I'm looking at example 2. Very, very similar, right? We have something that's an expression. There's no equal sign, so I cannot solve this. I've got 3 variables, though, so I can decide to plug something in for them. So my variables in this case, notice we're used to working with x, y's, and z's for the most part, but right now we've got a, b's, and c's. So make sure, I've had students in the past who just plug in a number for x every single time. If you do that and you're not using an x, the calculator is going to get confused. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for example 1. I'm going to use a 2 for A, a 3 for B, and a 4 for C. Okay, so start my new calculator screen. Tell the calculator 2 for A, plug in a 3 for B, and plug in a 4 for C for me. Okay, so I've stored my variables. Remember, you can't write this down and then not tell the calculator. You've got to communicate with your calculator. Now I can plug in my original expression. Okay, so inside parentheses, if you press Control Divide gives you your fraction. On the top, you have an A times B. Notice, and this is why I mentioned the bold letters in the first example. Notice when I type an A, it's bold, but as soon as I type a B, they're not bold anymore. That means that the calculator doesn't recognize these letters right now. If you have 2 variables, 2 letters right next to one another, so this is AB, which is also A times B, you just have to tell the calculator that A and B are being multiplied. Okay, so notice, as soon as I put multiplication there, they go to bold. That means the calculator recognizes them. Okay, so if 2 letters are right next to each other, okay, just separate them by multiplication. You'll notice that when you get to number 2 down here, you've got P m to the 6th. When you plug that in, you'll have to put P times m to the power of 6. Okay, so now I can keep typing my original expression here. So I've got A times B on the top. I'll go down to the bottom and I've got 7C. Close those whoops. Notice I'm still in the bottom of the fraction, so I've got to go to the right. Close that parenthesis. Raise that to the power of 3. And I've got 27 over 2,744. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. This is what my original expression gave me. So I'll start with my first answer choice. On the top there, I've got A to the power of 3, B to the power of 3. On the bottom, I have 7C. Okay, that doesn't give me what I'm looking for, so A must not be our answer. Let's try B. Control divide to get my fraction. A, B. Remember, we have 2 letters right next to each other, so I've got to go tell the calculator they're being multiplied. B to the power of 3 over 7C to the power of 3. 27 over 224. Close, but not quite what I'm looking for. Answer choice C is A to the power of 3, B to the power of 3. On the bottom, we have 343, C to the power of 3. Notice it gives me what I got before. I'll put a check mark next to it, but I am going to check answer choice D just in case. So A to the power of 4, B to the power of 4, 2,401, C to the 4th. And that's not even close to what I was looking for. So in this case, answer choice C gave me what my original expression gave me. So C is my answer. So remember, guys, if you're working with an expression, something without an equal sign, you can use this calculator trick. You just need to tell the calculator what number to use for the variable or variables given. And then you've got to plug in the original and then see which answer choice matches. The most common mistake that people make is they forget to tell the calculator what numbers to use for variables. They just start typing this stuff in, and then the calculator gets confused and has no idea what they're talking about. So don't forget this first step. If for some reason the number or numbers that you used for your variables doesn't give you an answer, just try it one more time and use different numbers, and chances are it'll work. Every now and then, there's an exception. So if it doesn't work, just plug in different numbers and go for it again.